ere hanggang sa kailaliman ng dagat. Mula sa ating pinakamaliit na electronic gadget hanggang sa pinakamalaki ay may nagtatagong electronic circuito na kung saan nagpo-function as a controller or microprocessor. Nang sa ganon, magawa natin ang iba't ibang applications. From vacuum tubes down to diodes, from a computer that occupies a whole classroom down to our portable laptops that varies from sizes and thickness, or should I say thinness, with the same capability. These advances and development are made possible by a group of modern humans, the so-called engineers. Engineering has its vast fields, and the one that we'll be talking about is electronics engineering. Sino-sino nga ba ang mga ECE? Sila lang naman ang nagkakaubusan na ng brain cells para mag-design ng IC at chip para mapaliit, mapabilis, mapa-high-tech, gawing malapad, manipis ang ating mga gadgets. Isa din sila sa mga grupo na namomblema pang nagsimula na mag-alboruto ang mga subscribers sa internet, cable TV connection, at iba pa. Isa din sila sa mga grupo na nagde-develop ng mga applications, especially user-friendly one, touchscreen, voice-controlled, or even brain-controlled. In summary, sila ang mga engineers behind those titles that we make whenever we use our gadgets to please us or to lighten our tasks. Mahirap i-explain in words kasi naman napakadaming opportunities para sa isang electronics engineering graduate. And to give you a brief explanation and visualization of what it takes to be a Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering graduate, here's a clip. Programming, circuit design, assembly, testing, Android application, satellite controller, and wireless communication, at iba pa ay ilan lang sa pinagkakaabalahan at pinagkakabisihan ng isang electronics engineer. Dito sa Pilipinas, napakaraming companies and institutions ang nangangailangan ng ECE graduate. And to prove this, we interviewed some ECE working in different fields such as microwave equipments, aviation, networking, broadcasting, and academe. With the jobs being said, the next question to be considered is how to become an ECE. Paano nga ba?
Because at a young age, when I was in high school, I was curious about TV works, VCR, and all that stuff, and I was opening it, old radio and stuff.
I like to dismantle things, especially mga gadgets.
I've been an electronic enthusiast, hobbyist, since nung high school days pa. So, mahilig din akong mag-repair.
So my dad told me that I should probably go in that field and learn how to make these things work.
So one day, na-advise ako na to take up ECE.
So, kinuha ko ECE.
Tatlo na lang, bigla ako siya pinili. On the spot. Pagkatapos nun, on the first year of my ng college, na parang, ano lang ako parang go with the flow lang
Sa math, electronics, communication.
So nakita ko na, uy, maganda pala to. So doon ko na-appreciate yung ECE talaga. So
napaka-challenging niya kasi. Ang dami mong matututunan.
Yun yung parang in-demand na profession.
If you're going to recall Moore's law, sabi niya, emergent technology is increasingly exponentially. So meaning to say, every year, 3 times talaga yung technology. So
opens up a lot of opportunities after graduation.
Gusto kong sabayan. So ayoko maging mahuli. And that's the reason why I took up ECE.
So pagkatapos nun, kapag tinatanong ako kung gusto ko mag-shift, sabi ko hindi, ECE na ako mag-graduate ako.
Now, ano-ano nga ba ang ginagawa ng isang ECE ng ating mga professionals sa kanilang trabaho?
Now, in terms of the field of ECE, my profession is obviously nasa academe, but doesn't really limit you to teaching. As you can see, I have prepared to you a lot of the job description, so you can be linked, especially in research now. Especially, I think the PRC have opened it sa mga barko, parang ganun, seaman. And then obviously, you can be in line with instrumentation and control engineer. You are not only limited to a programmer or a communication engineer. You can go as far as acoustic engineer, or you can be a safety engineer.
Right now, I'm simulator technical head of Alpha Aviation Group. I supervise a group of Filipino electronic engineer and IT engineer to maintain the full flight simulator. So we're responsible for maintaining the device, All of the simulators controlled by computer and also electronic boards. So we need to make sure that the two talks together.
Actually, nandito ako sa satellite industry or satellite communications industry. Pero my job, I'm a spacecraft engineer.
I work on a telecommunications company. We provide communications in between subscribers, both locally and abroad.
Nagtatrabaho sa isang broadcasting station. First job ko to, MCR switcher, Master Control Room switcher. Yung trabaho namin is to operate the transmitter at saka yung server kung saan nandun yung mga program na ipi-play. Related siya more into IT. Yun lang related sa amin is yung mga patching ng videos and yung mga audio, pati yung pag-operate ng transmitter. Minomonitor din namin yung power reflected, yung mga ganun na related sa course na isang isip.
Definitely, if you were pertaining sa mga year 11 na tinuturo ko, these are the 4th year and 5th year specifically. So, right now, more on sa mga lab subjects ako. As you know, sa mga control systems, DSP, at ito nga yun, sa mga Cisco natin.
Currently, I'm a reliability engineer sa Texas Instruments. So definitely, magkalapit sila kasi semiconductor yan. But specifically, yung mga ginagawa namin na testing sa laboratory namin is malayo sa pinag-aaralan natin. Hindi naman ganun kalayo, pero kasi yung mga ginagawa namin is mga live tests. For example, reliability ng isang device na mag-aandar for a certain voltage, for a certain temperature, and for a specific period of time. Yun yung mga tinetest namin. So parang materials engineering. Okay? So meron rin kaming failure analysis part na tinitingnan namin kung bumagsak siya sa reliability test, idadali namin sa failure analysis to further analyze it kung saan ba talaga nagkaroon ng problema. So maybe the process na paggawa.
Okay, so I'm currently the R&R supervisor and IT. So as an R&R, I need to make sure yung technical needs ng department is covered, which involves doing study, tsaka yung required na test equipments to do the right job. And then, second, repair of radio units, and then providing technical training to other fellow ECEs as needed. My third task is I coordinate with our company's QA and engineering department. So this requires me to do failure analysis and research. So sa IT task naman, I maintain clients and servers, so I need to make sure both hardware and software are running perfectly. And then I also do the purchases for IT hardware.
Talaga namang ECE ay all around. Now, ano-ano nga ba ang mga preparations na kailangan natin gawin para maging isang ECE?
Well, first, you must have the desire to be one.
You need to be curious. Because you need to always ask yourself all this work and find a way to figure out how things work. Be able to find answer when you don't have any. So by researching on the internet, asking people.
You must know how to tinker around stuff, electronic stuff, and good analytical skills.
Kailangan mo ng perseverance, determination.
For me kasi tiyaga lang. No? When I was in college, intellectually, I'm not that gifted. No? Yeah, kaya nga palagi ko sinasabi sa mga estudyante ko, if you look at my records, talaga hindi siya impressive. So, patience lang. No? Then, tsaga lang talaga.
Hindi lang kasi porque matalino ka, pwede na, hindi pwede ganun. Kailangan mo na ingat sa mga sarili mo para ma-absorb mo lahat. Yung, saka ma-manage mo yung, lalo na yung oras mo.
Yes, for me, dapat may S ka, sipag, and then last may G ka, and that is your goal. Otherwise, nonsense yung ginagawa mo ngayon. So, try to achieve that goal.
It's a training ground for you, students, di ba? Para sa real world, or real world, na manage yung oras, yung sarili nyo.
Who knows one of these days, saka lang ASEAN engineer.
ECE is a challenging course, and for that, our professional give us advices for those who are currently taking up and planning to take ECE.
Sa mga nagtitake ng ECE, good luck sa inyo.
So it's sabi nga nila, it's better to love your job than to hate it later on. No? So my advice is talagang mahalin yung field. No? Kung ano yung gusto mo, yun ang kunin mo. Kasi ang feeling ng iba, gusto yung ECE pero later on, hindi naman pala.
And dapat hilig mo talaga eh. So kapag hilig mo yung ginagawa mo, malaking
Your go lang go kasi you don't stop with the registered electronics engineer. You can go beyond that.
Ready to learn the basic skills being possessed by an ECE.
Whatever they teach you at school, they don't really teach you electronic. They teach you to learn the electronic. So if you want to be good, you need to do it at your house. You have to do it as often as you can. Read on the internet, do project on your own. You have tons of sites that you can build robot or stuff like this. So you have to do it yourself, because otherwise if you just stop with what they teach you at school, you won't make it.
My advice is stay focused and never lose heart. Even though there are times na sobrang nape-pressure na. Yeah? Because remember that ang isang espada, para tumibay, ay kailangan isalad sa apoy ng ilang beses, na maraming beses. Di ba?
Math skills, pressure, interest, passion. All of these are part of the journey of being an ECE. 5 or more years struggling with the goal of passing and aiming for a job. A fulfilling feeling of having your job to be a part of you. Not just a daily routine to earn money, yet being excited for a unique and dynamic job description. ECE has vast offering to everyone. Depende na din yan sa skills at sa kung saan talaga makikita na successful ka, literally or by your own definition of success. With this, ECE is the right course for you.
One organization.
One organization.